Hey, hey. Hi, guys. Welcome back. All right. We have not done a single storyline in a bit, and I try to put them out on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Today is Thursday, but you know what? I'm tired of being behind. I'm tired of running behind. I'm sorry, I had a real bad asthma flare, and as things settle down, I just want to get back to a normal pattern again. And so I just didn't want to wait any longer, not even until tomorrow, to get a single storyline out. Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Hi, Nore. Good to see you, babe. So much better. I hope you're doing really great. You're so sweet, Angel. Thank you. So we have a three of swords in the reverse. Fantastic. We do have a character who's had a broken heart. And, either she took her own power and fused it all back together and said, you know what, this is something I'm not going to allow to shatter me and bring me down after all. Instead, I am definitely looking toward happiness. With that Three of Cups, this is a character who has made a really powerful decision. I want to go ahead and I want to start to actually live my life again. I want to celebrate again. I want to have a good time again. I want to like my life. This is somebody who started recently, possibly spending a little bit more time with friends, going out a little bit, just feeling repaired. Six of Pentacles, the Fool. Absolutely spectacular. This Fool card represents like going through a portal. Now, obviously, this is Year of the Snake, but last year was Year of the Dragon. So I'm kind of wondering if this has been like a longer recovery. I don't think this is recent. I think maybe it's taken the better part of 2 years for a character to like fully emerge feeling shiny and new. Right now, we'll say it's a she, but of course, in our stories, it could always be a masculine just as easily as a feminine. Hi, guys. Good to see you. San Juanita, Truly Natural, Hetty, Annie S., Penny. You guys are so lovely. Thank you for being here. We have definitely a character starting to interact again, right? That Six of Pentacles is here. I'm going out with friends. There does seem to be a fair amount of sloshing the grog around, maybe drinking a little. It doesn't have to be alcoholic beverages. This could be a juice bar. But it feels like even ready to date a little again. Sure, why not? I'll meet a stranger. I'll, sit and have a glass of wine at some, like bar restaurant, and the person who's sitting there by themselves, watching the game on the big screen TV, maybe we strike up a conversation and we have some nice dialogue. Sure, I'll do that. I could do that again. I feel like I'm ready to kind of like erase the heartbreak of the past and reclaim my life and my friendships and even the idea of meeting new people. All of this says a leap forward. All of this says positive perspectives. And it's not with this intensity of like must find relationship. It's not like, I'm crazy to find relationship. Oh my God, Hetty, thank you so much. You are so sweet. Thank you, Hetty. Unbelievably generous. Thanks, babe. You guys are beyond kind. Hey, Nellie, Sarah J, Wendy E, Deborah Abshire. Wonderful to see you, sweetie. Dancing Moon, hi. Okay, we have a Two of Wands. It's sideways. We have the Judgment card in the reverse. Our character is openly saying, I don't know what's coming next. I don't know exactly how I'm going to, gravitate next. But one thing's for sure, the ex has no place in my future. So that's very certain. I am not even attracted. And by the way, that ex, this is Pan. Pan was a very lusty little god. If this represents somebody's ex, I don't even think our character has attraction for him or her anymore. We'll say him. Certainly could have been a Scorpio, but it's like, honestly, once upon a time, they were such a great kisser. They were someone that, I just was nuts about them. They could have been a musician or something as well, but yeah, I have zero attraction for them. That's the only thing I'm sure of. I don't know who I'm going to end up with next. I don't really know where my life path might wind me. I only know it won't be anything from my past. So fabulous message as far as that goes. Okay, so a single character who is feeling revived. Let's go to this deck. I want something a little more fiery. So with that in mind, our character seems very open, like open-hearted, open to just having dialogue and conversation. I would say it's the hallmark of a truly healed person who is not afraid of talking to other people, isn't worried about whether or not, if somebody flirts with me, that doesn't mean I have to flirt back. I don't have to be like, oh God, I can't bear the thought of having a relationship. I can't bear the thought of, trying to meet someone or even just passively allowing it. No. The mark of a healed person, I think, is where it's like, cool, sure. I mean, I could talk to anybody. And if there's some attraction, that could be fun. If we want to date, that could be cool. If somebody, like this is just low key. This is just, I don't make predetermined decisions about how anything's going to go, because right now I'm asking the universe, show me what's out there, universe, and then I'll make some decisions. With that 2 of Wands, it's not like, oh my god, I'm at a crossroads, I don't know what to do. It's like, I'll probably have a couple things that, like, enter into the periphery of my world, and I might lean this way or lean that way. I'm picturing somebody skating right now. Okay. You know how, like, skating on roller skates, it always looks so graceful. And you can change directions pretty easily. That's what I'm picturing. Or maybe ice skating. We have the Tower. We have the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Three of Pentacles. Our character, I'm not saying that they're going to go out and like date just everybody in sight and be like, oh, I'm not going to be serious with anyone. But I will say this, our character is in no rush to call anybody their boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm going to say that that's one of the major changes for this character. Their walls are down. They're not protecting their heart, but that doesn't mean that just anybody gets full access to them. So the way our character operates in matters of love, romance, and even any personal relationship is like, oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm chill. I don't freak out. I have no problem telling people, yeah, I'd love to do that. If time permits, yeah, I'll call you and give you a heads up, the day before, make sure I can still make it. That sounds like fun. Or no, that doesn't, that's totally not my bag. I just think this is a character who's so much easier going. She seems to be so much better about going with the flow, but also letting people know if it's a yes or a no. Now, if other people get really hooked on her, she's not too concerned about that. It's not to be inconsiderate of anybody's emotions, but she is going to unwittingly be planting seeds with individuals who are going to want to spend time with her, probably because she's super easygoing, super chill, super, who wouldn't want to be around someone who is like open-hearted, makes everybody feel pretty like seen, pretty comfortable. She's pretty non-judgy. It's because she's not in a rush to make a determination about like, okay, what role are you going to play in my life? She just seems so not intense and so comfortable with herself, comfortable saying yes or no for what she likes and doesn't like, that I think she's going to be in higher demand than she ever has been, or he, doesn't matter. But it's so funny how, they always say when you're not looking is when things find you. And this is the example of why that happens. It happens because who doesn't want to be around somebody who's just comfortable, easygoing, seemingly pretty at ease with being truthful as well. Doesn't have a second dialogue running in the back of their head like, okay, I'm going to evaluate every word you say because I'm trying to figure out if you're here to hurt me or not. She's just chill because she's got nothing overly invested. She's letting people be who they are, present themselves to her as they are. Doesn't matter. She's not like trying to find something that has to meet her needs because she's already met her needs. That is making her a very hot commodity. And I don't think she knows this yet. This could be a surprise, but a lot of people may want her around. She may suddenly get a flood of invitations, especially as we like move into the holiday season. She may start noticing people go out of their way to pop in and, hey, hi, how are you? Bump into people at the grocery store. They make a beeline for her. She could become a bit of a socially high in demand individual. And it's at a time when she definitely isn't trying to be. It's just because she's got a nice energy about her right now. It's just peaceful. Hi, guys. So nice to see you all. We've got a Three of Wands. We got the Lovers. We got the Sun in the reverse. Somebody's going to fall in love with her before she is either aware of it or before she falls in love with them in return. She probably won't even find out that they have become quite smitten with her until a couple months have gone by, possibly. And she may be like truly oblivious. What do you mean you like me? I mean, you were friendly, but I didn't know you developed feelings for me. It's so crazy for her to go from heartbroken to healed to becoming the potential heartbreaker, but without meaning to at all. It simply is that She's very alluring right now. And I think we have somebody, possibly a Gemini, that has either started to fall for her, is hoping she'll start to feel that way about them. This could be a declaration that is coming up somewhere in the next, I would say, 3 days to 3 months with this Three of Wands. But I think it's going to knock her socks off. With the sun in the reverse, it's like, I didn't even see that coming. So this is not who she would have expected. This could be somebody in her day-to-day life. She has no idea she made such an impact in their life. She has no idea they were looking at her that way. I will say this, with the sun having two masculine individuals, this could also be a same-sex couple, of course, just as easily, and that's always true, but in particular, that just highlights something a little bit. Or it highlights the fact that she may operate from a, her divine masculine energy, as far as like she moves forward in life with, like the projection of the sun. She's pretty confident in what she's doing. She's only in charge of herself. She's not trying to manage other people. But all of that makes it look, I don't know, just, it looks really like she's going to be shocked to discover that somebody has fallen for her. This could be somebody that she's been around for quite a while, and she had no idea they felt this way and that their feelings were mounting. But there's not just, we'll say him, there's not just one. That Lover's card is always a card of choice. So I think that there's definitely more than one. Let me take a look, though, because they seem to be the one going to reveal these feelings. I'm just thinking that they're already feeling the feels. And if we go back real quick to that Fool card, we did have two dragons there, and I should have commented on that, but didn't. There could be someone who's gone through their own like similar parallel experience, where they too were heartbroken. They too had to, move on from something, and maybe that's who this person is. Maybe it's like, I went through heartbreak at about the same time she did. We kind of were, I don't feel like they were even great friends, or sometimes two people can go through similar experiences and they still are just not in each other's orbit very much. But it's like they become aware that, oh, that person that I've seen for the last 6 months or almost 2 years, I've just found out they had gone through a breakup at the same time I did. It could be like that for him. Okay, so who is he? He could be a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. And he is somebody who has not been spying on her. It's like he just already knows with whatever interaction he's had with her, which definitely could be through business, considering that we do have the King of Pentacles, and Pentacles can be about money. This person who has developed feelings for her, she may have done business with them. Maybe that's why it's like not even on her radar that he would be attracted to her. Perhaps that's what's going on here. Let me get another one. King of Wands. King of Wands is, that's that warmth. He has definitely just simply said, I can't help it. I like her. She is somebody I could see hanging out with. She is somebody, every time I talk to her, it feels like we're old friends. I don't have to know anything more about her. I already know that we vibe. It's easy. And remember, that's one of the most compelling parts of who she is right now. She's easy to be around because she's not freaking out and, looking for somebody to like, oh, talk to me, but don't hurt me. Let me see if you're a liar. She's not in that headspace because she's really healed. And I'm thinking that's why he's saying, I feel comfortable around her too. Every time I interact with her, if it's in the business or, whatever it might be, it's just so easy to be around her. No, I haven't told her that I love her, but I already know my heart feels really comfortable around her. I don't even know much more about her other than there's a comfort zone here. I know I'm dealing with somebody who's like the real deal. Queen of Wands, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Because it's like been crystallizing in his mind. He's becoming so obvious to him, and it's so irrefutable. And there's already like a rapport that exists that didn't have to be built. It just kind of evolved. It grew. I think this is why there's about to be a timeline jump on his part where he can't help but already think of her like we'd be good together. And I think that's why he's about to say something to her. like let his feelings be known, but it's only because it's as natural as breathing for him. Both, we never get stories like this where we have characters that are just, they're not making life harder than it needs to be. And I think again it's because we have characters that are genuinely healed, so they're not walking on eggshells and feeling super fragile. And maybe that's why the relationship building and the comfort zone of becoming attracted to each other is just so effortless, because it's happening so organically, and that's not something we get to see a lot of. And it's nice to see that for a change. The only big hiccup here is that she doesn't know. That's the only thing. Let's ask, how does she feel about him? Again, this is somebody on her periphery. This is somebody that she interacts with, maybe through business. She hasn't considered that they're attracted to her, but how does she think about them? Nine of Wands, Four of Cups. She has thought about them, but was like, I don't know enough about them to know what their story is. It would be pure, conjecture on my part to imagine who they are. I wonder if they were wounded at one point too, because they seem really great. I wonder why they're single. There is something here about like wounded warrior, but obviously stands up nice and tall. So it's like, they've probably been through the ringer too. But what do I know? This can be the card of illusions. It can be a card of missed opportunity and boredom as well. But I'm thinking when it comes to them, I don't think she spent a whole lot of time mulling over them, other than to assume, he's probably been hurt too. Maybe it's even a little bit of like, I don't know, he's never like showed it interest in me. He's never showed attraction to me. So he's probably either not interested or he's had his own, hermit here. He keeps to himself. That's what she thinks of him. And yet there is also a comfort zone here. There's something, again, we have work related issue because, or not issue, but scenario, because she sits on a filing cabinet at work and it says boss babe on the clipboard. She definitely knows him through some kind of business. They may work in different fields. She may do business with them or vice versa. I don't feel like they work in the same place because she doesn't know enough about him. She thinks he keeps to himself, and that's just fine with her because she's like, yeah, we all do what we got to do. So it's more been a situation where it's like, yes, he has danced through her mind, but not become any kind of a focal point for her. It's like she assumes everybody does what they need to do for themselves. To discover that he's attracted to you when he has this kind of big reveal, how are you going to handle that? Is that we got a King of Swords sideways? She's going to be a little surprised. And the way he says it might not be 100% clear either. Could come out like, oh, is he saying that he likes me? Wait, that he has liked me? This is murky, and it shouldn't be murky. It should be very clear. So I'm wondering if he says something that's a little bit so casual, so effortless, that it doesn't really register for her at first. Seven of Swords, she's going to be like, I got to clean out my ears. I think I heard something, but I must be wrong, or I made that up in my head. I almost think he's going to say something, and then she's going to like walk away mystified and think she made it up in her own head. Oh my God, that's kind of hilarious. I will say this. I personally am one where I'm an introvert by nature. It's very hard for me to be extroverted, though I've worked very hard to be able to do that in my life and hide that. But in truth, when I am nervous, my whole brain can shut down and I can't hear. And I'll still be reacting and I didn't hear a thing. And I'm just laughing because I'm like, that almost feels like what is happening to this character. Like the confusion, because it's unexpected, like shuts her down, and then she's doubting if she dreamt it or if somebody just said something to her. And I'm laughing because I'm like, I think probably anybody that, gets uncomfortable sometimes probably has a similar thing. One time I misspelled my own last name as well, just because it was a moment of like nervousness. Like you do weird things, or at least if you are a social introvert trying so hard to be an extrovert. So it's kind of funny because that's what it looks like over here could be going on, or that's the best way I could describe that behavior on her part. she is then having it also. Maybe this is the other reason it's kind of like, wait, did they just say something to me that was to convey to me that they like me? No, I must have got it wrong. But now it's breaking through her, like, kind of like, I'll say, the murkiness of her mind there, or the shock of her mind. And she's saying, he's really nice. It's like, gosh, I didn't realize how attractive he was until now, or I knew it, but it wasn't in the forefront of my mind. He's really nice. He's really warm. But again, I didn't think of it that way up until this moment in time. I think, wait a second, did he just reveal how he felt about me and he likes me? And that's like amazing. I just feel like she's having like a delayed reaction, or will have a delayed reaction when this occurs. It's actually kind of nice to see that it's, it's coming through, but at a delayed reaction time. Page of Swords, Eight of Pentacles sideways. She may literally have to go and think about this quietly and mull over it and work through this whole thought process, especially going back in her mind and thinking about maybe how long she's interacted with this person, all the little moments she's interacted with them. It could be something where it's like, did I miss the signs that they liked me? Or, how well do I know this person? I turns out I know them quite well. And it kind of snuck up on me that they're attracted to me. They just said it, I think, right? Let me pinch myself. Yeah, they did say that. I like them too. No, she has to like think about this, because again, it has not been on her radar. This is a single character that has been so very comfortable, so healed, so just doing her own thing and being chill, and not really expecting anybody to have developed a torch for her or have fallen for her. That I think that's the other reason it's a shocker, but it's a particular shocker because it's him, because it's this King of Wands. It's somebody who's always been nice, but she just really didn't realize until now that yes, he's attractive and he's attracted to her, and okay, this is something new to address. I think this is great. It's the most organic kind of relationship to go ahead and, just roll with. We've got a Six of Wands. We've got a Queen of Pentacles. I would say she feels like $1,000,000, and I would say she still doesn't know that this sexy, handsome King of Wands thinks of her as a Queen of Wands. She still doesn't assume that he thinks she's that attractive. She assumes he likes her as like a, even if he's attracted to her, she doesn't think it's because he finds her super sexy and super hot and super beautiful and somebody who could have anyone, because she doesn't see herself that way. But she feels good because she thinks he has to be attracted to me just for like who I am. It couldn't be for what I look like. He's gotten to know me for so long. I've gotten to know him for so long, but without any form of attraction. So it's even nicer that he likes who I am. That's really nice. You know what? And that is probably also why he's become super attracted to her, because, I think that's the best kind of relationship to develop, where first they're a person and you get to know them and you get comfortable with them and get to know their personality. And then one day you look at them and you go, oh my God, I love their face. Everything they do is super hot. How did I not notice they had, beautiful hair? How did I not notice, how attractive they were? It feels like that's the kind of thing that is, I think, going to make this a really great relationship for these two. Yes, the build up to this has taken literally like 2 years, where there was no romance. These characters have been single, and then it's going very well. I see this as a really nice build up. It's good to see two people who've known each other for a long time with zero romance, having it like slowly grow into like real attraction. I love this one. I'm glad we got a chance to do a singles read, even though today's not singles day. But anyway, you guys, so nice to see you. Dragon Fortnite 1987. So wonderful to have you. Is it snowing where you are, babe? Oh, stay warm. Dawn Divine, awesome to see you. Joseph Graham Wiseman, hi, Ann. The Suzanne 61. I love the fact that you call yourself the Suzanne. Can I just stop for a minute and appreciate that? I love it. I love it so much. Chrissy, so good to see you, babe. Hi, Brandy. Susan April Art, awesome to see you, love. Dragon Fortnite, he said, no, it just feels like it. Well, stay warm. Lightning cast, snowing in Ontario. Don Divine, also in Canada. Yeah, I know you guys are my upstairs neighbors, so you guys get the snow before I do, but stay warm. Ella Gonzalez, wonderful to see you, babe. Annie, yes. No, I didn't misspell regretless. I misspelled my real last name, which is way worse. Hi, Leah. Excuse me, Leela. Oh my gosh, lightning cast. No. Did you get a speeding ticket? Oh, honey, I'm so sorry. I hope you didn't actually get one. Oh, that's awful. I'm really hopeful that I'm misinterpreting that. Yeah, Ruben's in the house. Hey, D'Artagnan. Buonasera. So good to see you all. Fallen Raven, thank you, love. Thank you so much for giving it a thumbs up. And thank you, Fallen Raven, for reminding me of that. Thanks for giving it a thumbs up and subscribing. Guys, don't forget, I know this week is going fast and I've been out of commission for anything on a more regular basis, but I'm feeling so much better. Oh my God, my lungs have finally settled back down. So we are still going to go live on both channels sometime this week. I don't know if it'll be tonight or I'm aiming for tomorrow sometime, but it'll be a half hour on each channel, this one and on Tarot Dog. And we'll do some card pulls for subscribers and members. So keep your notification bells turned on, but I am aiming for Friday, just so you guys know. It'll probably be like middle of the day-ish, I think is the scheduled time that I have available. So that's what I'm aiming for. Thank you again, Fallen Raven, Wendy E, Pimpsy Reincarnate, shout out Team Wisconsin, babe. Wendy E, oh my God, my lungs are so much better. I mean, like 85% better. Eduardo Jimenez, hey babe. Shout out to you on the East Coast. Courtney Walsh, hey, hey. Spiritually Awakened, wonderful to see you. Dreg Velo, hi. Nice to catch you. Hi, Amelia. Mystic Glow Reiki, awesome to see you. Lisa, hey, sweetie. Bellum B. And again, thank you so much, Hetty. That was so generous of you. G, hi, honey. Sarah J. And again, Deborah, awesome to hang out with you. Nellie, Dancing Moon. So, Juanita, you like blue? Awesome. It kind of matches this. And I was like, well, either I'll disappear into the bookshelf or it'll be visible. I don't know which one will happen. Truly Natural and Nor A. Awesome to see you guys. All right. I'll see you guys again later on. Lots of love. Bye for right now. Oh my God, Ella, is it 89 today in Texas? Wow. Oh my God, I be getting a tan today. Oh, Wendy E, thank you, love. Yeah, we'll get some more zodiacs done also later on this evening. All right. So I'll see you guys again soon. Bye for right now. Taurus, you guys finally got your retrograde message, and now we jump into the next series. Bye, guys.